Oh, Ash. Guess what we're talking about today, buddy? What is going on, Cosmic Army? PTS42 here, and today we're talking about the NES Classic Edition. So for those of you that are unaware of the situation that is going on with the new release of the NES, basically it's a Classic Edition and it has all your favorite games installed onto it, like Zelda, Super Mario Bros, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Kirby. Kirby's in there too. A lot of classic Nintendo games pre-installed onto this new console, retailing at $59.99. So for those of you who are unaware, I work at Target and the electronics. So as soon as the new NES Classic Edition was released, it was basically sold out everywhere. Like I know people were waiting in line from like 6 in the morning at like retail stores. So that's like Best Buy, Target, Walmart, I'm sure. Like basically every retailer, people were camping out for these things because people wanted them. So as soon as the doors opened, we were sold out. Everywhere. Basically gone. Completely gone. And that leaves a couple questions. One, a lot of questions for me because I work at Target in electronics and I get non-stop questions about the NES. I worked today and I couldn't tell you how many times I got to talk about the NES, which it was fun for me, kind of, before it got really annoying. Like the first couple times it was like, okay, this was expected, and then it got to a ridiculous amount of times where I'm like, yeah. Basically, this was the rundown of what I would tell people. Hey, got a question. Oh, yeah, what's up? How can I help you? So, I am looking for the Nintendo NES Classic, right? Yeah, I'm looking for that. I'm wondering if you guys have any left? Yeah, so, that's a funny story. So as soon as the doors opened on last Friday when they were actually released, we sold out. And they're sold out everywhere. Okay. Well, do you know when you're going to get any more in stock? No, actually. There's no real way to tell when we'll actually receive them. So honestly, it's hit or miss. Okay. Do you know if any other Target or any other stores might have them? No, it is a really hot item this holiday season. And, they're gone everywhere. The only places really you can get them are, like, on eBay or Amazon, but for a ridiculous amount of money, so I wouldn't really advise doing that. Okay, well, thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. Happy to help. Have a good one. So going through that entire spiel, whether it's on the phone or in person, kind of got old after a while, and I started thinking, why is the NES Classic Edition so hard to find a few days after its release? And I thought about it more. This sounds really familiar to me. And it's with another Nintendo product that was really understocked and just really not stocked well. Amiibo. So for those of you who don't know about the whole Amiibo situation that was going on way back in the past, Amiibos in America were really understocked. Basically, kind of the exact same thing that's going on with the NES was going on with Amiibo, with these specific characters that were super hard to find. And the only times you could get them were waiting in line on release date, which was where the Amiibo hunts came in, and that's where I started from. That was my humble beginnings there. So I know what that's like. Waiting in line for those on release date, or buying them off eBay, Craigslist, for a pretty big markup. And that's exactly what is going on with the Nintendo NES Classic Edition. So if you go onto Amazon or eBay, you'll find that they are selling the NES Classic Edition, originally retailed at $59.99, for $200 or more. And that is just the console with the pre-installed games. If you want an extra controller to play with your friends, that's going to cost you another $80. Originally, $9.99. That's a huge markup. And it reminded me of Amiibo way too much. So it got me thinking, is Nintendo doing the exact same thing what they did with Amiibo with the classic NES? There was only a shortage of Amiibo in America, but in Europe, Australia, basically everywhere else in the world, you could get all of the hard-to-find Amiibos because they weren't hard to find. Is Nintendo purposely understocking the classic NES to drive sales and to advertise for itself? Because think about it, who is not talking about this? The NES, everybody wants it. It is a hot holiday item. And I think I know why. A lot of older gamers, like who are parents now, who grew up with the NES, they want their kids to experience the same games that they did and kind of grow up with that era, which makes sense to me. Because, I mean, I want one. I want an NES, but I know the chances of me actually getting one are very unlikely. Unless I want to pay a huge markup, which I do not want to do. Honestly, I do think Nintendo is doing this on purpose. That's just my opinion, just because they've done it a lot of times in the past. And in the long run, it worked. I mean, look at the Amiibos. Like, during when, like, Amiibos were scarce, it was kind of fun, but at the same time, it wasn't, because a lot of people couldn't get the ones they wanted. And it's the same thing with the NES, and I feel like I'm coming back, like, it's coming full circle right now. But Nintendo, on November 11th, did release a statement saying, the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES Classic Edition system, is a hot item, and we are working hard to keep up with consumer demand. There will be a steady flow of additional systems through the holiday shopping season and into the new year. They released another tweet saying, contact your local retailers and see if it's available. Basically saying, hit or miss, you might be able to find it, but you probably won't. Actually, I know you won't. Not for some time, because this is exactly what they're doing, and they have already done it in the past with these guys. These guys are still hard to find, I'm pretty sure, right? Lucina? Robin? They're still hard to find, right? I don't know, I haven't seen them anywhere, but I guess I really haven't been looking for them, because why would I? I got them right here. So I want to hear your opinion down in the comments below. Do you think Nintendo's purposely doing this? Like, understocking the NES Classic Edition? Or do you think there's some other motive or some other reason to why it's sold out so fast and why it's taking so long to restock? Let me know your opinions down below. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Also, highly consider you subscribe if you enjoy the content that you're seeing, because I promise you there is a lot more on the way. But that said, that is going to be it for me today. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, Cosmic Army, I will see you in the next video. So until then, keep on being stellar.
Lion Little.